What's up, everybody? Jade Zabrick here, and we are bringing back Funkadelic Fridays with the brand new twist. Think Funkadelic Studios TV. So if you're part of the Funkadelic family and you want to join the broadcast, listen up. We want to broadcast you and share your music with our community, our social network, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So we're asking for video content from you to send to us to stream on our network. These videos can be solo of you, they can be of your band, rehearsing, recording, performing at Funk. If you have any events, current or past, that you have videos of you at Funk, please send them over. Even if you have a stream, home stream now, and you want to send us a few clips, that's cool too. Or if you have something going on that you just want to talk about. So we just want video content. You can send it to us at Funkadelic or at funkinterns@gmail.com. You can also send them to me, jadezabrick@gmail.com, and we'll put them in the rotation for you. So we are a music studio. We would like to keep the content in and around music, but we're open to all subjects that affect the music community. We've been apart for too long, and things are going to get back to normal very slowly. So we got to figure out a way for us all to get and stay connected. So can't wait to see what you got.
Every little girl dreams of being in love, being swept off of her feet by the one, you know. I guess I was so eager to be loved, I didn't really take time to love myself. You gotta take time to love yourself. She was sunshine on a rainy day. He walked in and he saw her face. That's when her life took a change. The first time that she fell so deep in love, consumed to have another scare, not knowing that she had her share. A spell exists within his stare. I felt I had to have you, but time after time, yeah, I stayed there with you, lost in what was the truth. Oh, those rose-colored glasses. Time after time, yeah, I stayed there with you, lost in what was the truth. Rose-colored glasses. Every little girl dreams of being in love, being swept off of her feet by the one, you know. I guess I was so eager to be loved, I didn't really take time to love myself. You gotta take time to love yourself. She was sunshine on a rainy day. He walked in and he saw her face. That's when her life took a change. The first time that she fell so deep in love, consumed to have another scare, not knowing that she had her share. A spell exists.
Dropping tracks, I'm from the Bronx and I'm repping that until my death. But I show respect. This out to the east, to the north, to the west. There ain't no stopping me. And yo, you can follow me. I'm like Apollo. like a maze. Caught up on the end, yo, we hoping that we made our way through the stresses, and we tryna make it better, so we never let her, cause we know the days we tryna get her, but it's trying when we wrestle with the pressure, but we got some blessings, so yo, this perfection, this expression, cause yo, it's from the arts to the stars, cause for this, yo, you gotta keep on working hard to go far.
Flipping it from back.
Here we come with this little attack.
Keep it live with the bust to beat them vibe.
You wanna listen to this shit in your ride.
You kick it, keep it wicked.
You can't kick it like we kick it, stick it.
We break it down, inside.
Kid Lucky and Deckham get riding.
We riding, blazing in the beat.
And you rock it to the beat.
Rockin' beat, we keep it ill.
MCs we fucking kill.
MC, we take them out, we box them, we slaughter.
And we chop them in the fucking noggle.
They ain't never really heard.
These kind of fucking words.
Be blazing in the heat.
They may give it on the hot street.
Hot on the street, we deep in the...
So, this song is my ode to 90s R&B. Yeah! So, who's got a lover in the house? I love me too. My right now lover is like down the block at work, so I'm gonna just sing it to him. Yeah, you know.
Well then.
Don't tell my brother that though, because he'll find him and try to kill him, so. Yeah. He's angry when it comes to men and me. This song is called Next to Me. So like I said, you can get your body roll on if you feel it. Come lay right next to me. That's where your body's supposed to be. I know your touch will make me weak, but bring your body right next to me. Come lay right next to me. That's where your body's supposed to be. I know your touch will make me weak, but bring your body right next to me. It's so amazing how you make me feel. Your touch, your kiss, your laugh, it's all so real. I love the way you make me smile. It's from your eyes, they make my heart go. They make my heart go wild. Come lay right next to me. That's where your body's supposed to be. I know your touch will make me weak, but bring your body right next to me. Come lay right next to me. That's where your body's supposed to be. I know your touch will make me weak, but bring your body right next to me. There's a mystery in your eyes, a quiet confidence you're unable to hide. You say you're broken, but you're strong. That's why I had to write it in this song. 'Cause come lay right next to me. That's where your body's supposed to be. I know your touch will make me weak, but bring your body right next to me. Come lay right next to me. That's where your body's supposed to be. I know your touch will make love deserves the highest attention to detail and action. That's why I love you with all this passion. Each time I tell you it's time to go, I realize more and more what I know. Without you is lonely, that my touch is meant for you only. I can't describe the feeling in words. Well, I guess I'm trying, but your love deserves the highest attention to detail and action. That's why I love you with all the passion. Each time I tell you it's time to go, I realize more and more what I know. That a minute without you is lonely. That my touch is meant for you only. I can't describe this feeling in words. Well, I guess I'm trying, but your love deserves the highest attention to detail and action. I love you. Come lay. That's where I know your touch will make me weak, but bring your body right next to me. Come lay right next to me. That's where your body's supposed to be. I know your touch will make me weak, weak. So enough with this love shit. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for coming.
Peace, y'all. My name is Jeanette Berry, and I'm coming at you today to invite you to an open forum for New York City musicians being held virtually on Sunday, April 11th at 1 p.m. This forum is to gather all musicians in the New York City area, whether you live and or work there, to discuss the things that New York City can do better to help support its musicians, and to also see what musicians can do collectively to help support each other and make change happen. Please join us on Sunday, April 11th at 1 p.m. You can sign up at JeanetteBerry.com. More info will be emailed to you as the event approaches. Thank you and peace.
City, get the fuck up.
Stand up and get it live. Here we can come.
Kid Lucky that come on, fucking brother, run. Funkadelic Studio. Funkadelic Studios. Funkadelic Studios.
Made it. We made it through a song. I'm gonna play you guys another song.
Hey.
I was so excited to play all these really high energy songs, and then I woke up and I felt like, Satan was in my throat. A little turned on. But upset at the same time. So I had to change the set list to kind of the melodramatic ones that don't require I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is another song. Oh, can you hear the guitar? I'm not used to this stuff. Well, I woke up covered in rubble, and I can't find anyone. We were playing cowboys and Indians, and it was my turn to run. Next to a fish tank, and I felt a scent.
You guys like what you see? Hey, if you want to be a part of this, you can hit us up. All right. We're at funkadelic@gmail.com, funkinterns@gmail.com, or you can hit me up at adrianfromthebronx@gmail.com. Yeah.
Now that would have been a perfect place to end this song, cause your voice is so amazing. But it goes on and on, it's crazy, life is so amazing. The energy's not quite balanced right over in this area, quite some way around here. If you can help me keep the energy balanced, help me preserve the context of this nice fine atmosphere. We practiced this thing before you got here. I was talking about how I had to accent. Now that would have been a perfect place to end this song, cause your voice is so amazing. But it goes on and on, it's crazy, life is so amazing. The energy's not quite balanced right over in this area, quite some way around here. If you can help me keep the energy balanced, help me preserve the context of this nice fine atmosphere. We practiced this thing before you got here. I was talking about how I had to accent. Now that would have been a perfect place to end this song, cause your voice is so amazing. But it goes on and on, it's crazy, life is so amazing. The energy's not quite balanced right over in this area, quite some way around here. If you can help me keep the energy balanced, help me preserve the context of this nice fine atmosphere. We practiced this thing before you got here. I was talking about how I had to accent. Now that would have been a perfect place to end this song, cause your voice is so amazing.
Take the wallet, the keys, and all of the things they said should be accumulated. If we obsess over these things in life, we'll never be free. Like the cars and the clothes and the shoes and the jewels and the tools to assemble some symbolic semblance of a home where we can never be. 'Cause we're too busy chasing the paper illusion of a garden that's never green enough to keep up with the Joneses and Kellys and Alphas. All I need is one, that's you. All I need is we, that's two. And the love that we could make, that would be three. All I need is one, that's you. All I need is we, that's two. And the love that we could make, that would be three. It'd be a hat trick, that's the only goal worth shooting for. Through the trials, tribulations, all the reservations, we give too much weight to unbalanced equations, valuing others' opinions over ourselves. 'Cause we learned it at school and wanted to be cool, so we endured the ridicule and swam in a toxic pool as we almost became unspooled ourselves. Self-esteem hanging by a thread based on what they said. We should have never let their words in our head as we dance to the beat of our own drum. All I need is one, that's you. All I need is we, that's two. And the love that we could make, that would be three. All I need is one, that's you. All I need is we, that's two. And the love that we could make, that would be three. It'd be a hat trick, that's the only goal worth shooting for.
Cool. So today is record store day. Like I just mentioned before, I literally found out about it a week ago. So tell me more about
Record Store Day. Record Store Day
was, as I've read, started by a coalition of independent record store owners and a few rabid music fans, kind of, I think, higher up in the music industry, who decided that it would be a good idea to kind of stoke the public, I think, interest and appetite for purchasing records and doing
getting
that sort of,
into the stores.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just using the internet.
Get off your duff, get into a store, enjoy that wonderful experience of digging and finding and cherishing. Because
this is what vinyl looks like when you're digging.
Yeah, totally.
Not like this.
Well, there's something so gratifying to you about even when you pick up something that you're not even sure what it sounds like, but you do just judge it by the cover. And you go like, that looks cool. We've had many fans come to us and say, I had no idea what you guys sounded like, but I thought the cover was cool. And so I checked it out.
Yeah.
And that's just a beautiful thing, because a lot of times you take it for granted when someone just sends a file or you click through Spotify. This is a really nice way to commune with your music.
Yeah, there's nothing, like, I think me and Brian both grew up, I mean, we grew up pre-internet. We were teenagers before the internet had really happened. And, like, going to a record store, I don't know how it feels for a 15-year-old now, and, like, whether it feels special to walk into an independent record store, but, like, at 15 years old, that's just where I wanted to go. I would, like, wait for the weekend, take my allowance, and, like, take the buses and subways to, like, go to the record store, where I was like, like, this is where I belong.
this is where my people are. Like, and even if the record store clerks were jerks, you still felt so special being there, like surrounded by tapes and records and Ben's CDs.
And on the flip side, if you caught a clerk that was cool and was like, hey kid, check this out.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah, and I would spend like hours, I would spend entire Saturdays in Harvard Square, like going to every single record store and like just kind of looking at everything. Like even music that I wasn't into, I'd be like, I don't know, what's in the soundtrack section? What's in the jazz section? Like, is there anything here for me? And also like, what's in the dollar section? Because it's only $1 and I'll just try it out because it looks kind of weird and fucked up. And I found so many records that way. I got into so many bands that way. And the internet, it can kind of do that, but not in the same way. There isn't that like special feeling of being in a place and discovering something.
Right, really engaging in that experience. So we thank everybody for getting into that. And hopefully that it's not in the spirit of sort of like the grabby Black Friday, just accumulating of stuff, but that it fosters a connection between people and the music that they love. That to me is what kind of excites me about this.
Yeah, and it's mostly, it's like about, you know, also one of the things that's great, and I've been looking at the internet all day, is like people meeting each other. You know, it's sort of also like bookstores closing and libraries closing. It's like if we're all just sitting at home alone on the internet, how are we human beings communicating and connecting with each other? It's kind of sad. So, you know, and there's like, I've also seen that there's backlash to Record Store Day. Because it's like, it's gotten too corporate and this and, you know, all of these like irritating sort of scalpers, like, you know, buy everything up and then sell it on eBay. And like, yeah, of course, like everything, like, yes, that shit's gonna happen. But like, you know, don't hate on these people for trying to do a good thing.
Correct. So to continue from that, you were talking about how you used to go in a record store. So my experience of my first vinyl, I used to DJ before I was playing guitar, was my cousin gave me a Run DMC record, which is The Way It Is. That's The Way It Is. So what's your first experience with vinyl? What's your first vinyl you bought or your first experiences?
Stray Cats Rant and Rave. That was my very first record that I bought. I was 10, and I was in I was with my older stepbrother who I worshipped and my older sister. And it was just the three of us, and Carl took us to a record store in Boston. I don't even remember what it was called. And I knew the Stray Cats, and I liked them from MTV. And I was like, that's gonna be my record. And it was like $6.99, and I bought it with my own money, and I was so happy. And yeah, I still have it.
Skid Row debut album, 1988. I was yeah. What can you say, man? I was 9 years old, MTV, I was like all about death metal. So, yeah, no, I mean, that I remember, that feeling though, of when you first, you're like, I have my allowance money and I have my ride to the mall, I shall conquer. And I think that was...
And like, an MTV too, amazing how like, I've been thinking about that so much, how gone MTV is. It's now like, it's enough of a thing of the past. That teenagers are like, what was MTV? And it's like, it was everything. Like, that's where we got our music. We didn't have the internet. Like, MTV showed us all of these bands.
Definitely. And there were exciting moments in the programming. You could look forward to 120 Minutes or Headbangers Ball or whatever that special show or MTV Raps you used to watch on Saturday mornings. Like, anything that connected you to that kind of culture before it just became all about reality shows and dissipated that thing. Yeah, you have to find a place where you can connect with your peers. So again, the record store is nice too, to talk to people. What do you get? What do you get? You know, communicate.
Cool. So my follow-up question, and I guess we can like close around because it can't be too long. What are some artists that you guys have been influenced by, and what are the artists that are today that are like modern artists that are just like inspiring you, like young people? Like what's the most interesting musicians you've seen lately?
I love Lord. I think Lord is a badass, and I actually, one of the things that bums me out is like I'll see some younger artist and I'll really like what they stand for, but I'll hate their music. And I love Lord's music. It's like she, you know, however she got influenced, like she speaks to that part of me that is like, oh my god, great, like dark Cure like synthesizers and like she's practically a new wave throwback, but doesn't manage to sound like that stuff at all. Like totally sounds like herself and sounds totally new, with really honest lyrics. And she's the first young artist where I'm like, in a while, where I'm like, I believe in you. I totally believe in you. And yeah, and she's also, the way she's running her career, she's just not plugging into the bullshit. She's clearly doing it her own way, and it makes me so happy.
I have a not as inspiring answer. One of the things I've been struggling with is that a lot of the newer artists I've been getting into, it's been hard for me to stick with them over a certain evolution, because I feel like there's a tendency where people second guess their initial intent and they go, I need to make it more palatable and things like that. And so I started
Lord only has one record.
Yes, good. Well, maybe she followed her heart through all
Please,
that.
Lord.
I really started.
I like that.
Please, Lord. Exactly. So without naming names, there have been definite bands that I would say around maybe 2011, 12, I really was like, this is really great, and it got me hopeful, but it's been hard for me to
stick with it.
Kind of, yeah. Tune Yards, for example, I thought was great and loved seeing live. I thought Wyoke is really cool. I've seen Best Coast live, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of different bands, but it's something that, and that's totally up to their discretion too. I like seeing bands explore new territory, and if maybe going in a certain direction is what they feel, power to them. But my, I think, path has been to take music that I've liked at a certain point, find out what those musicians were inspired by, and work backwards.
Go back.
So,
are there any bands in New York, like local New York bands, that you actually would go out of your way to go see?
Yes, and that band, and I did want to thank you because I did want to mention them. There's a band called XNY, who I think is great. They're a wonderful duo, and just total powerhouses, both great drummer, great singer, guitar player, and really creative.
Letters,
cool music.
X and Y?
Yes, XNY. And that has been one of these bands where you see a lot of performers these days feeling like they have to be very underwhelming and understated, and you know, there's the sort of blasé wars, and then like who can be the who's the least affected wins, and that is you know what I mean, like
sorry, it's just a bit too Williamsburg too much.
Yeah, I mean, I outrightly
That hasn't changed though. That was going on when we started our band.
That's true.
Why we were so weird.
That's true. That's true.
It
That's
was
true.
like we were surrounded by bands in Boston that were like
rock.
They were like rock bands, and it was a contest to see who could look like they cared less. And we were like,
Well,
let's wear costumes.
Right. Well, XNY is very much not into that. They're into that. Let's like let the energy flow and really like deliver to people. And so that I'm really inspired by. I love seeing younger bands cut loose on stage.
Yes.
That's
I actually, another one that I just got to see is Magical Clouds. And again, like, totally bizarre, but my favorite thing when seeing a band is like, is this person totally there, and do they totally care? Are they completely getting into it? Or are they, you know, or are they affecting something for me? And, you know, and it's that weird blur, because like, yes, you're always performing too. Like, it's impossible to say what's totally authentic, because sometimes what's totally authentic is like a performance, you know, a deliberate performance. But you can tell the difference between someone who's letting themselves take risks on stage, like risking looking stupid, risking going too far, risking being too emotional, you know, and those are the people that you want to watch, because you believe that something more is happening and that they're allowing it to happen. And I felt that way watching Magical Clouds. I got to see them at the Basilica Festival over the summer, and I was like, whoa, it was like watching Anthony for the first time. I was like, that is a person in the zone. Amazing.
I have one little last question that just popped into my head because you guys are talking
Do it!
Okay, this is a little question. Cell phones or no cell phones at concerts? My personal opinion is I hate them.
Yeah.
Your opinion? I see artists have a lot.
I never want to ban anyone, and I don't. But it's also, it's like, take a picture and then put your phone away.
Yeah.
Like, and also, like, usually footage is so bad that, like, you don't need 60 people filming the same bad shot on their cell phone. At the same time, like if you don't have a professional camera person there and you want your show caught because you want everyone else to be able to see it. So my shows tend to work because there tends to just be an organic balance. Like I just came off a solo tour, and I found the same thing was true with the Dresden Dolls. Is like you would have a couple of people who were like, I'm freaking out and filming everything, and everyone else would just be like, they're freaking out and filming everything. We can enjoy the show.
Right.
And you would never have the like sea of cameras. The sea of cameras just breaks your heart because you're like, you're at a rock show. You can't all be holding your cameras.
The thing that really grinds me is the iPads that come out. I can understand a phone where you can hold it sort of in front of your face. But the last time I went to see Nick Cave, I literally was trying to swat this iPad out. I was like, yeah. Too much. Yeah. You gotta draw the line somewhere.
It's like someone holding a television.
No, but there's something beautiful about watching concert videos from the 1990s where there's nary a phone inside, and it's just kids sweating, rocking the fuck out.
But at the same time, like I know there have been plenty of bands who have enacted no cell phone rules, and while I think that's cool, you know, I would think if I were going to do that, I would make sure that I had a person with a camera there, so everyone can feel like, you know, if something. Because you never know when something amazing is going to happen. And it is nice, especially in the age of YouTube and with kids everywhere not being able to get to concerts and going like, oh, I wish I had seen it, that you can somehow capture things. But you can't prioritize that.
Yeah.
The minute you're living for the camera and living for YouTube, you're not serving the people in the room.
Sure. So maybe encourage the culture of cell phone users to appreciate how wonderful it is to be in the moment, and that it makes it special because you were there, and that it will be over when you leave the venue, and you will have it in your memory in that experience, and that's a reason to come back the next time. But you don't want to just get so infiltrated with so many video clips.
And especially with teenagers, like it's heartbreaking to watch, and I feel it in myself too because I use social media all the time. Of that that instinct of like, oh my god, something's happening, and your first instinct is to like archive it and capture it, and it's like, God, what is that doing to our souls? Like, scary.
Yeah, I just personally, I hate when I see it I don't mind a quick tweet like you mentioned, like when someone.
But like between songs, but no, it's a barrier. Now you're talking about like people like an example like archiving. It's sort of a barrier between you and what's happening. And if you're going to a show, man, why do you want a wall up between you? Be there, let that energy hit you.
Yeah, I think it's also new that we're figuring out the etiquette. Like we're that generation. They're gonna look back and be like, oh my god, they have the internet for the first time. Like those, you know, and everyone's sort of freaking out and excited about the technology, but not yet aware of like the effect of the etiquette on art, on music, on your personal relationships. Like I spend a lot of time thinking about that and watching different bands and different musicians dealing with it in different ways. Again, it's like the most important thing is that you not judge anyone for the choices they're making. If everyone wants to have like everybody film the whole show, it's like great. That's your prerogative. If that's the way you want your show to run. It doesn't mean that it's bad, and it doesn't mean that everybody there isn't feeling something. It's just kind of a different choice. So we're gonna go. We're best practice, as you can see, and we're gonna go play our first show in years at Rough Trade.
Booyah!
Booyah!
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, and you should if you have one, get some footage of the vinyl.
Did you see it up?
Yeah.
Yes. Being American period, you got those like cousins in the South, right? Everybody has those country cousins, right? Like you just don't, you know, cousin twice removed, got teeth in it. You know what I mean? You got them. And I was like, yo, mass incarceration is such a big thing. We not only have country cousins, we have county cousins. And the biggest jail in Chicago is Cook County Jail. We often just call it county. And so this one here is for my county cousins. Currently incarcerated for crimes committed and or confessed contributing to the new Jim Crow, my county cousins. Not to be confused by my country cousins currently in Kansas cooking cornbread and collard greens in the kitchen and all. Those cousins you see every summer. These cousins you see every quarter century. And county. constantly making collect calls inquiring about commissary. Cursed to forever circulate in and out of this country's industrial prison complex constructed for collecting coons for origin black continuum. My cousin used to wear busted jeans to Grandma's Christian church in Chatham. My cousin was cool enough to make the most sedity girl cock a smile. Was the same cousin I saw clutching rage the sight of his brother's blood on concrete made that gun cry for days. Then one day, a crooked Chicago cop came and caged my cousin before college, and now my family only congregates in courtrooms. I can hear the jury concluding the caucus that would decide his fate, but I can't concentrate. All I can do is think about when we were kids and how we used to play cops and robbers on the corner and the pleasure I got each time my cousin was caught and placed in imaginary cuffs. But now guilt creeps my conscience, for I am no different from these cops turned Klansmen, for how quickly I was willing to make a criminal out of my kin. Maybe I could have called more. Reminded him of the summers we spent consuming carousels and cotton candy. My cousin was a fragile child. Would hear thunder strike and cry to cuddle. Would make Big Mama colorful creations until only crumbs were left of his Crayolas. That's who he is. Not the creature who the council called capital murderer, claiming he's responsible for this carcass. Not even Cochran can convince me my cousin is capable of killing anyone. Who would have thought that before my cousin could finesse Father Time at the 18th candle, or convince clocks and calendars to give him the combination to eternity, that his life will become a compilation of tears. Cause now my mother cry when the gavel cry, get out, and our people cry when them cuffs cry, get out, and them folks cry when the bars cry, get out, and I 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 cry, get out. And to my grandmother's side and say, quit that crying, boy. Cause better he be in county than a casket. Wow.
We are on. We did it. All right, do I have sound? Are we working? He's there in the white shirt.
What's going on?
Can you see, or you can't see, you're just gonna like pretend you're on the radio. But this is Adrian from the Bronx, and we're on my live stream. We're taking over. Yeah. You ready?
This is, feels like old times.
Yeah. So earlier today we were jamming. We discovered this new app platform called Jamulus. Shout out to Sean Randall for putting us on. He actually took out the time and like we did like a Zoom meeting and tried to figure it out.
Thank you for your patience, dude.
What's that?
I said thank you for your patience because he was like just working with us.
Definitely, it took like a little while, but we got it done. And today was our first day. We were actually, you know, able to practice together, and it was a little rough, but we got it. But we recorded some videos. Since it's our first day, we don't want to go crazy and try to do it live. We're gonna play a couple of the videos that we recorded earlier, and then maybe next week on Thursday we'll try to do an actual live plan for you guys. Yeah.
I mean, we did some stuff. You want to show them?
Yeah, I want. All right, we're gonna go to that right now.
Let's do it. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's part of it. All right. Yep. Yeah. Hey, yo, we're doing this for the people that love it. And good music, it'll never be done with. The train walkers, you can find us in public. And you already know that we gon' keep it 100, yeah.
This is for the people who love it.
Yeah.
Good music, it'll never be done with. Train walkers, you can find us in public. You already know that we gon' keep it 100.
Now you can find us underground or above it, as we're singing a song to sing along with. And yo, the only plan we have was keep on winning, as we keep it 100 just like the beats per minute. And speaking of winning, yo, this is just the beginning, and we don't need recognition, just need the people to listen. Yeah, I'm talking music from the soul with a little bit of country rap and rock and roll. Let's go, yo.
This is for the people who love it.
Yeah.
Good music, it'll never be done with. Train walkers, you can find us in public. You already know that we gon' keep it 100.
Yeah, we gon' keep it 100 as we're keeping it real, and we gon' keep on performing with all the right record deal. Yeah, and even though I know that it's a challenge, I'ma try to keep my balance as I rap it in Spanish. Y cada vez que yo rapeo, adentro yo siento fuego, combinado el estilo caballero y callejero. Y te prometo que dinero no primero, pero para hacer cambio es necesario. Yeah.
This is for the people who love it.
Woo!
Good music, it'll never be done with. Train walkers, you can find us in public. You already know that we gon' keep it 100.
Hey yo, we doing this for the people that love it. And good music, it'll never be done with. The train walkers, you can find us in public. And you already know that we gon' keep it 100. Yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the train walkers, AD, Jay Zabrick. Yeah.
This is why we do this. Love good music. Music fills my room when I'm alone. Doesn't matter where I am, I'm always home with a good song.
Now everybody got a reason, a thesis that they believe in. Here's a couple of mine as I be dropping a rhyme. See, I'm a lyricist, I love to pay attention to words, but I'm just trying to do my thing in different parts of the world. And yo, sometimes we need distractions from all the bad that happens. Sometimes we need to relax, this life is such a challenge. And sometimes we just need compassion. But yo, without good music, then it's hard to have it.
This is why we do this. Love good music. Music fills my room when I'm alone. Doesn't matter where I am, I'm always home
Yeah. So yo, enjoy your moment as you work on what's important, and I'm speaking from experience. Music helps me focus. It feels amazing as I listen and I dance to it. When I'm under pressure, my songs, they help me handle it. And yo, whether it's the beat and instead of having so much confusion, my salute just making music. Yo, to me, it's therapeutic. With the right state of mind, I'm taking on any challenge as I stay in the grind. But wake up music, I'm balancing. Like I said, it doesn't matter, you just make it your own. And with a good song, you know that you'll always be home. Hey yo,
I've been at this for a minute. It's been a really good run. My fingers doing what they wanna do. I'm just having fun doing this for me, and it's cool that people get to see. I got 100 in the border, never take off. I can still rest easy knowing this is why we do this. We love good music. Music fills my room when I'm alone. Doesn't matter where I am, I'm always home. With a good song.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
All right.
With that,
Now we're back.
we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
I think something happened, but I can't tell. I'm not looking at the screen. But you're in front. You're in front of the little emoji. I guess I put you on top. So, anyways, if you check that out, that was us practicing earlier, and it sounded like it was on time. We had a little.
Yeah, that was a live online jam. Like
Yeah.
that, it was a recording, but we were live at that time.
Yeah, definitely. I was here in Jersey, and then Adrian was there in the Bronx. So on our
Like,
computers and.
The power of technology is amazing. So
Yeah, Jamulus. So if you're looking to figure out how to jam with your band, Jamulus, you can hit us up, and we'll share the knowledge that we've learned. And about streaming too. You see this border and all this layout, and you like it, just hit us up. Yeah.
yeah, each one teach one. Like I've actually been learning like with Jade as she set all this up. Like I was kind of her guinea pig. But you know, just to fill you guys in, you know, like I'm out here. I'm still working on my stuff. And I decided, you know what? I'm a gamer. I think people like gamers. And I'm starting to stream my games now. So if you guys want to check out some of that stuff, I have a little stream I'm working on. So yeah.
I'll tune in when you rap.
I can multitask.
Can you rap and play at the same time?
I can.
Put the beats on?
I've been doing that. I just haven't streamed it. So
All right, I'll see it.
yeah. But
So
yeah, it's just interesting, you know, to bring all this stuff together. And you know, I'm sure there's other people out there that's, you know, working on their craft as well. And you know, if there's something that I can provide, you know, like, so be it.
yeah, definitely. We're also trying to share our knowledge with basically all the Funkadelic Studios family, the crew that.
I heard there's something going on tomorrow. What's going on?
We're going to be doing our third live stream, or restream. It's not actually live, but what we're doing is we're collecting videos from all of the Funkadelic community. If you've recorded at Funk, if you've just rehearsed there, if you've attended an event and you have a picture of yourself or video there, send it to us and we'll restream it on our channel. We're restreaming every Friday at 6 o'clock.
Where can they send it?
They can send it to funkinterns@gmail.com, or you can hit either one of us up and we will get it in there. You can talk to us directly.
My email is adrianfromthebronx@gmail.
Yeah, and I'm jzaberg@gmail. And then we're also doing a clubhouse meeting every Wednesday at 7 o'clock to talk about funk and all the things that we're doing with the stream. And if you know, just you'll get to talk to us directly, and we'll like clue you in on everything. And then we're doing another clubhouse meeting as a backstage for the stream. So we're gonna be 6 o'clock on Fridays and 7 o'clock on Wednesdays meeting. Yeah, so it should be fun. If you don't know what Clubhouse is, it's an awesome app that I've recently fallen in love with and I'm telling everybody about, and I have extra invites, and I feel really popular. I've never felt popular before, but Clubhouse is making me feel that way.
You in the club,
I'm
Jay?
in the club.
She got me in the club.
Yeah, so it's really for iPhone users, but Adrian has an iPad, so even if you don't have an iPhone, if you think you're out the club, you can get an iPad or some other kind of. I think that's it.
If you know the bouncer, you can find a way around.
Yeah, you can find your way around it. Even before I got Adrian on, we were hooking it up with Zoom, and I was playing it through Zoom. So there's ways to hear it, but there's good knowledge on there. A whole bunch of people are just spreading their expertise and trying to help people. I was wondering, like why people help other people, and that question came up in the clubhouse one time because people were like, well, why are you doing this for free? Why are you doing all these talks? And basically the answer from the moderators was like, well, somebody did this for me. And everybody that's in has had help somehow. Nobody gets there on their own. So we gotta like team up together and help each other. So if there's something that you're seeing me do that you want to learn, just reach out to me and I'll teach you. And vice versa, if I see somebody, I reach out to them. Hopefully they're nice. But yeah.
$5,000 for 5 minutes of my time now.
Oh yeah, some people will want you to pay for their time, but
some people will try to send
there's
you
barter.
a check to write a birthday song. We'll talk about that another time.
Well, we can talk about that right now because that's.
Want to talk about it? All right, let's talk about
that. Let's talk about that right now.
Let's talk
so
about it. Shout them out?
I saw a post a couple weeks ago from, I'm not sure who, but just a musician friend that was trying to spread knowledge, saying that there's a scam out there looking for people to write a happy birthday song for $300. So if you've seen this scam or if you've seen this post, like watch out, beware. Adrian saw the post, or somebody reached out to Adrian on his Instagram. How did they find you?
It was on the Trainwalkers Instagram.
Oh yeah, they found us.
And they said, check your DM. I did. And they said this stuff. I told them to send an email to the Trainwalkers at Gmail, just to make it official. Once I, broke down the whole, I guess the pitch, they're talking about like, oh, we'll send out a check.
Yeah. So basically, the scam is they send you a check, and this is just a regular scam. It has nothing to do with happy birthday or
we didn't proceed. By the way, we stopped.
Yeah, we stopped it because I had warned him about it before. I told him to go ahead and follow through, but just to see what happens. And I think I still kind of want to follow through to see who's sending us this check. But basically, there's a scam. Somebody will send you a check. So say for $300, you deposit that check into your account, right? And you know that you think the funds are coming, right? But what happens is the person accidentally sends you a check for $3,000 instead of $300. So then they say, oh, I accidentally sent you a check for too much. Can you send me the difference back? So without, just checking that out, you think, oh, okay, well, I have a surplus of $30,000. I can send you, the difference back. But then the check doesn't clear. So then you're out $3,000, minus $300. And that's even worse than just losing $300. That's horrible. $2,700?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're scamming people for. So I kind of want to see what they do with this check. I kind of want to say, hey, yeah, go ahead, deposit the check. I think in order to deposit the check, though, they need our checking account information. I don't want to give them, of course, we're not going to give them any account information. But I'm wondering how far the scam went with other people and if they were able to collect their money back, So I'm wondering, so if this rings a bell to you, hit us up and talk about it. Because this is issues that affect our community.
I feel like exposing this person.
Yeah, I want to, but before we expose them, I want to find out who they are, because if we expose them too fast, they could change their name on Instagram and then become something else. That's not going to make them go away. So we're going to do some more investigating, and we'll let y'all know.
The Trainwalkers are on this.
We're on it. We don't play.
No, well, we play around, but when it comes to our money.
Yeah, definitely. That's not cool, and you don't want to be taken advantage of, especially things like that. They're out there, predators. But we're not. We just want to play and entertain you.
Yeah.
And have fun. Cool. But so yeah, I just wanted to stick with my streak. We're at 7:25, so I'm almost at the half hour, which is my goal. But yeah, we had Adrian on here. I hope that y'all could hear us good. I'm gonna listen back to the playback and see how everything was.
By the way, that's a cool shirt you have. Where can they get that?
Can you even read it?
Yeah.
Trainwalkers. So we got a website, trainwalkers.com, where we're selling the shirts.
TheTrainwalkers.com.
On the website. What's up?
It's TheTrainwalkers.com.
TheTrainwalkers.com. Yeah. Don't forget the. Yeah. And I also have a shop too. I created a shop, jadezabrit.com or jadezabritmusic.com. Get everything wrong. But I have hoodies for sale and shirts for sale that say my name and Feel My Fire and things like that. So it's pretty cool.
Sweet. So that's cool. You've been busy. You've been putting this stuff together. I'm proud of you.
Trying. I got lots to do. It always feels that way when you have something to do. When you have more things to do, more things come. And so it's busy right now.
It's like you speak to the universe and it responds.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like the law of attraction.
All right.
But we're ready for everything, and we're ready for more opportunities and trying to get out there and play. So, you know, we're trying to do our online thing right now, but if you know of any showcases that you think we'd be good for, hit us up, and we'll definitely be down to join other events, and we're probably going to be doing some more events of our own with the rest of the guys. We got to get them all on here. Now that we got Jamulus, what if we can have up to 10 people on there? Give a real jam.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to get off here with that, and I will tune in tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Funkadelic Studios, YouTube, 7 o'clock on mine. Yeah.
All right. Later, guys.
Peace, y'all. My name is Jeanette Berry, and I'm coming at you today to invite you to an open forum for New York City musicians being held virtually on Sunday, April 11th at 1 p.m. This forum is to gather all musicians in the New York City area, whether you live and or work there, to discuss the things that New York City can do better to help support its musicians, and to also see what musicians can do collectively to help support each other and make change happen. Please join us on Sunday, April 11th at 1 p.m. You can sign up at JeanetteBerry.com. More info will be emailed to you as the event approaches. Thank you and peace.